What's up, you guys? It's JCARDENASART, and in this video I'm going to be doing a digital painting of a GameCube controller. This GameCube controller. So if you've been following me on Instagram or you've gone on my website, you'll notice that this has been available for a while now. I don't know why I didn't do a YouTube video on it. I could have sworn I was working on one. Same thing happened with the R2-D2 print, but it's cool. I'm doing them now. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. I'm super excited about all these little drawings that I'm doing, all these prints that I'm making. I'm gonna make them all available on my website, so please check them out, jcardenasart.com. If you're interested in how this comes out, keep watching, and yeah, let's get started.
Alright, so the very first thing I'm doing is doing a very quick rough sketch of the controller just to get the composition down and kind of pinpoint where everything's going to be. In this stage of the drawing, you don't want to worry too much about the details. You just want very bold, sketchy lines to help you with the composition. Like I mentioned, just to pinpoint where everything's going to be. After a while, the object that you're drawing is going to take form and you can move on to the next stage, which is kind of like coloring it in. I create a second layer underneath, sometimes on top, and I just block in the basic colors. For this example, I block in the colors of the controller and the background. Once I have all those basic colors down, I start working in the lights and the darks, and I remove the sketchy layer and I continue strictly in colors, and I work everything in one layer. And the reason I do that is because I want to get that painterly look, and when you're painting on an actual painting surface, you're only really working on one single surface. So if I use the digital option of working in multiple layers, I eliminate that painterly look. I talk about this in my last video with the R2-D2 print. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up top so you can check that out. But yeah, in this stage, I kind of just work over and over and over and over on top of the shapes and the colors, and kind of just get as accurate as I possibly can with the colors and the shapes. I add highlights, and then I add shadows, and then I add more highlights, and then I overdo the highlights, and then I add more shadows, and it's just a constant back and forth. If this was an actual painting, there would be like 15 layers of the same paint. And that's one of the coolest things about digital painting, is that you have access to so many different brush sizes and so many different colors that it's literally all right there, and you can just apply it all as much as you possibly want. And honestly, I waste so much paint when I'm painting because I am constantly just layering and layering and layering paint, and the digital painting saves my butt quite a bit of money when it comes to painting. Now, don't get me wrong though, I definitely still prefer traditional painting. There is nothing like applying real paint to canvas and holding the brush and just getting real close to get those lines. Nothing beats it. So now that you have the majority of the painting done, the only thing left to do is to go back in and add in all the little details, like the little highlights here and there, sharpen up any lines, really make those buttons pop. Add the little lettering in the buttons, like the Y, the B, the X and such. Kind of work in the background and make sure that the controller is what's really standing out. For example, here I'm darkening it up a little bit because I think the light blue takes away from it. And yeah, once you put all that, it all comes in together. And for those of you video game lovers, my all-time favorite game on the GameCube was Luigi's Mansion and of course Super Mario Sunshine. I used to play the heck out of those until I couldn't stay up anymore. Let me know in the comments which ones were yours. And while you're in the comments, make sure you check out the description. I have affiliate links to all of my favorite art materials there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys soon.